Good morning. Welcome to this morning's contemplation and meditation. I'm Debbie Little. I will be your practitioner for today. This meditation is a beautiful blend of spoken word, of music, and just the silence where we can go deep. So I welcome you here and those that are watching online. So we can, if you can, check your cell phones first to make sure they're on the off position. I'd appreciate that. So we are going to go into the silence and be still and just close our eyes, blocking out the busyness of the morning, knowing right now we are in this sacred place together. This beautiful moment where we can come together and be present. That nothing else is surrounding us but the silence and the presence of God. So take a breath in and a breath out. Just softening in this moment, relaxing our shoulders, relaxing our body, melting into this comfort of peace and love. Now, knowing that God surrounds us at every moment. And in this stillness, as it deepens your internal connection with self by focusing on your breath. Relax in this moment, bringing peace and grounding in this sacred space. So inhale in, and with a long exhale out, surrender to this feeling of just letting go. Allow yourself to go willingly with the fluidity of life, avoiding control and resistance. Remember, you are guided, you are protected, and you are loved. There is an energy force that moves through this universe as a presence that is all-encompassing. This presence does not discriminate, does not judge. It beholds each individual as unique, as a creation of itself. This presence surrounds us at every moment in our life. It is a loving presence. Filling us with peace. A peace that comes from within. So take this time and just pause, breathing in gently and exhaling out. We are all a thread in this tapestry of life. Beautiful colors intertwined to form a fabric so strong that nothing can destroy it. When challenges arise, the spirit rises in collective unison. There is nothing to unravel, for we are one. Alone I stand in a humble pose without you, but with you I am whole. There is nothing to lose or nothing to gain. There is only victory in the truth. I am illuminated by knowing that we are connected by love. There is a divine beauty that reflects through the tenderness in your eyes, joy that spreads when you smile, and comfort in your touch. We travel this journey of life together. The bond is strong because this tapestry is made with each tear, each moment of laughter, every fear, and every accomplishment. And we celebrate the differences, and we embrace the quality each individual brings to this world. Know this truth. See it in each other as we make this beautiful tapestry of gorgeous colors blending together, different but the same. Know again that we are all a thread in this tapestry of life. These beautiful colors that are intertwined to form a fabric so strong that nothing can destroy it. And when challenges arise, the spirit rises in this collective unison of love. And there is nothing to unravel, for we are one. Because alone I stand in a humble pose without you. But together with you, I am whole. And I am illuminated by knowing the light of who you are and that we are connected by love. And there is that divine beauty that reflects through the tenderness in your eyes, the joy that spreads when you smile, and the comfort in your touch. Know in this moment that God is present. God is holding us all in love, in peace and acceptance. So know that God is always present and holding us in love, in peace and acceptance as we hold each other in acceptance despite the differences, but allowing the sameness to enter our hearts, to enter our minds, knowing that we are connected, that we are the same, that we are one. Take this moment and just breathe in and exhale long, feeling that breath flow through your body, the presence of God, the breath of God flowing gently through your body. Knowing that in any situation, God is there, present. So breathing in and breathing out, we come back to this space, to this time, celebrating the moment that we have given to each other, this time of stillness and acceptance. Thank you. The service will begin at 10 o'clock. Thank you for joining me this morning.
softness here. Believe in imagination. The color pink. I believe in bubbles on my nose and warm water. I believe in my bed. I love my bed. But sometimes I'm afraid that if I die, everyone will be too tired to remember my name. So I take care of my little body. You take care of your little body. Take care. So when all we have left is each other's song and unknotted curls and clammy hands, we can rejoice and dance for having loved our skin so well, for having found finally at the end a healthy way to hold. Take care. Take care. And repeat it, ritual, until the syllables run on sentence down your spine, so that when the next deaths come, because they will, we will have vigor enough to remember their names. Speak them, angel, into our pillow at night and wear them in our hair in the morning.
sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, oh, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. She no longer has a place to hide. I am not captive to the lies. I'm not afraid to leave my past behind. Oh, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, I'm standing. There's power.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Laura, and it's my pleasure to have you all here with us today. I see a lot of new faces. Welcome. I'm glad you guys found your way here to us. I'd love to meet you after service. I'll be back at the doors, so stop and say hi. I see some faces I haven't seen in a long time. I'm glad you guys came back to see us again. And of course, those folks that we see on a regular basis, we're so happy to have you all here with us. Let's take a moment and say hi to the people we can't see. If you would, turn and wave at that window back there. Our online audience is active right now and enjoying this. If you'd like to catch any of our services online, you go to our YouTube channel and we have everything recorded. Joe does a phenomenal job. Every day something new is posted on there for your spiritual uplift throughout the week. So hope you take a chance and check it out for us. We're going to start off with some music. What are we singing, Justin?
Holy, holy.
Holy, holy, holy. Katie's up here to help us. The words are going to be on the screen if you'd like to stand and join us.
We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. We are Spirit divine, come to me, feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love lives in me. Let's sing now. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy. Spirit divine, come to me. Feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love surrounding me. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. We are whole. We are whole. Good morning, everybody. Greet your neighbor at this time if you're comfortable doing so.
Something's amiss today, Justin. That happened way too quickly. There should have been more hugging going on today. All right, we're going to shift the energy a little bit and bring up our practitioner of the day. Practitioner Emeritus Debbie Little is here to give us our affirmation and invocation, followed by some wonderful music by Katie.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to say the affirmation for today, and we're going to repeat it so it can just internalize it. So let's say it together first. Springtime is awe time. I witness and savor the awe and grandeur of nature. So again, we're going to repeat it. Springtime is awe time. I witness and savor the awe and grandeur of nature.
I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Join I will make a quiet place, my mind, a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still, be still and know. I will make a quiet place within my life, a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord.
I have made this quiet place within my heart. It is a sacred place when I know that every breath I breathe in the presence of God, that breath of God that is breathing me into existence right now. I feel it, and I know that each individual here breathes in that breath of God as it flows through their body, that we are loved, we are protected, and we are guided each moment. So we come together today to celebrate the service, to listen to the music, to listen to Reverend Laura's message through Spirit. We come together just to sit in the silence, to let everything fall away, and be in this collective love, this beautiful tapestry of love, that we are all one. And without you, I am nothing, but together we are whole. So let us celebrate the service today. This community, this grouping of unique individuals that brings awe to our life. So I simply give great thanks for this, for each individual here today. And I simply say, and so it is.
All right, let's sing now. I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. the stillness of this moment, there is love. There is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is love. There is love. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is love. In the stillness of this moment there is joy. There is joy. In the stillness of this moment there is joy. There is joy. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is joy. In the stillness of this moment I am peace. I am peace. In the stillness of this moment I am peace. I am peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I am peace. I am peace. I am peace.
Thank you, Katie and Justin. It's so amazing that a simple song done by a beautiful voice and an amazing pianist can crack you right open. But there you go. All right, so we're starting a new month with a new theme. This month we are talking about unity and how a mystic views unity in their life. Remember, this year is all about practical mysticism, how we can actually apply these wonderful concepts in our lives. And so today we're talking about one presence, many threads. You know, there's a quiet knowing that lives beneath all of us. It's beneath the roles that we play, with the identities that we defend so passionately. It's even beneath the stories that we tell ourselves about who we are. Every mystic and every tradition, throughout all the time, has pointed to one realization, one universal truth that they've all known. And that truth is that there is only one life, one presence, one power, one infinite reality. And that one expresses itself in, through, and as everything. This is the underlying theme of our philosophy here. It's called panentheism, where we believe that the Almighty, Spirit, Divine, God, whatever you want to call it, is in every single form of creation. That it is moving through it, that it is expressing its own life through each one of us. And so we are all here with a divine purpose. We have come here to be that place where God shows up. To be that place uniquely and perfectly and individually, just the way that we are. This is not about many things connected, but it's about one thing appearing as many. But the thing is, we're trained to see things in fragments. We're not trained to see unity. It's a biological imperative. It's a safety feature. We're taught to see this person and that problem. We're taught to see this situation and that outcome. We're taught to see success and failure. We see ourselves as separate threads trying to weave meaning out of a disconnected life. Biologically, our brains are wired to this, to see the world in fragments. And from early childhood, we're taught to do this. How many of you were taught to identify different colors, to categorize round blocks and square pegs and put everything in its right place, to see the differences as opposed to seeing how things are alike? We're taught what things are safe and what things are not. We're taught that this is me and these people are other. It's actually a necessary stage in our development. We need that. We need that discernment to be able to keep ourselves safe as we are developing. But unfortunately, what helps us survive biologically also helps us feel very disconnected. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, says, "We are each at some part of the divine, individualized." Mystics like Ernest are able to see things differently. They're able to see beyond that biological imperative for safety. They're able to see the connectedness of everything. The mystics don't start with separation and then try to bring it together. They start with unity and then see the individualizations of it. Mystics begin to recognize what appears as separation is simply variations of the one. Not separate, just different. Not divided, but individualized. Currently, our Sacred Conversations group is reading a wonderful book that I just recently came upon called Soul Medicine for a Fractured World. And in this book, Lisa Ranko says, our belonging is to a wholeness that is ancient, infinite, and eternal. A wholeness that is ancient, infinite, and eternal. This book that she writes talks about how we are called into kinship instead of separation. And that our path forward in this world is one of wholeness that includes all aspects of life. Not just our human beings, not just the pets we care about, but all aspects of life. She says that transformation happens when we recognize our interconnectedness. Because separation leads us to a sense of otherness that is not a place where we can heal from. And our healing ourselves and our world cannot be done individually. It is collective, it is relational, and it happens best when we're in community. So recently we just had some astronauts doing something that we hadn't seen since I was a child, heading out to the moon. And so they saw this is a picture from the Artemis crew of the Earth. And so when they got up there, they didn't talk about how everything was separate. There were so many quotes, I had to really pick and choose between which ones I wanted to include because there was so much about how they couldn't see things like borders. They couldn't see conflict. They saw unity. They saw wholeness. They saw a complete world that we exhibit, that we live in here. They said things like, we are all one people. And seeing the earth from a distance emphasizes how alike we really are. One of them even said this, we are all the same thing, and we have got to get through this together. They didn't see the differences when they were up at that distance. This idea of distance also matters greatly. When we can look at something from the whole, our point of view about it shifts dramatically. If we're focusing in on that one tiny little aspect of it, that one tiny little detail, it allows us to see flaws. But when we look at it from a greater vantage point, we see the continuity of it. As an artist, I've learned this quite well. I do a practice called Zentangles, which is very small repetitive strokes. And I can get fixated on that one line that I didn't make quite right. Or I can look at the picture and think, wow, this is incredible. When we think about that from a distance, separation disappears. All the conflicts, all the wars, everything we argue about is completely invisible when we look at our world from the Artemis crew's vantage point. Division disappears when we're looking at things from afar. The mystics would say, well, you need to look at something from a higher level of awareness. And when we do that, the oneness is revealed. And so it doesn't matter whether we're looking at it far away or we're looking at it from a higher place in consciousness. All of the problems that we seem to see dissolve around there. What looks fragmented up close looks whole from a greater perspective. A couple years ago, I found a wonderful author. Her name is Valerie Kaur. She's a Sikh activist and an author. And so she has a book called See No Stranger. And so this idea of seeing the world as no one is a stranger to me changes everything about our world around us. Again, like I said, if we look for differences, we can find them all over the place. But if we can see everyone around us as the same as we are, it changes our perspective. Looking at another person, any person, doesn't matter who, even the ones you don't like, and recognizing you are a part of me I do not yet know, changes everything. You are a part of me I do not yet know. This is mysticism in action. This is practical mysticism right here on display. There's not a us or you versus me attitude or us versus them, but you are a part of me that I haven't quite recognized yet, that I haven't quite discovered about myself yet. There's not an us and them where someone is outside of our circle of care or a circle of concern or a circle of compassion. There's no separation if we view things as you are a part of me I do not yet know. Valerie Kaur is asking us to make a choice to see no stranger and to risk ourselves for one another. To risk getting to know somebody as a part of me that I haven't yet met. And that's what it means to live as one presence. One presence expressing as many different threads, different ways of being. One of our New Thought songwriters wrote a song called We Come Together. And this is a line from it. He says, we all form a tapestry woven from one life. We all form a tapestry woven from one life. Imagine if we could begin to really internalize that idea that I am a thread in a tapestry of all life. So when we look at a tapestry, from a distance we see this unified image. We see perfection, we see harmony. We see something beautiful, something that makes us smile. Who would have thought I could have found a unicorn tapestry? But I did. It made me smile. But when we look at it really closely, up close we see the individual threads. And we might say something like, I don't like that thread, it's a different color. I think it should be something other than that. Sometimes we see the textures of the thread, and threads can be lumpy. They can have, especially if they're made out of natural fibers, they can have little clumps in them. We think, well, that one needs to be smoother. It should be better than what it is. We might even see knots or tangles where things have all gotten twisted up inside. Individually, these threads don't have a clue about the relationship they are to this tapestry, to this beautiful image. It's only when they're whole, when they all come together, that the pattern gets revealed, that we actually get to see what is real here, what is beautiful here, what is in complete harmony here. And this is where we struggle, because we focus too much on the individual threads. What I want, what I need, and how my needs are different than their needs, and their needs have to be wrong then. And we judge our threads so badly. This part of the thread should not be here. It should be somewhere else. I have a friend who's a weaver, and she's always telling me this: I can't get that thread the right place. We call things mistakes. Something is going wrong here. It's not coming out right. But what if what looks like a tangle, like a mess of separate threads, is actually just becoming part of the larger design? It takes a little bit of time to get everything lined up perfectly. How impatient are we as that's moving itself into place? As the different people that we see in our world are interacting with each other? Are we able to give them the space they need to form the pattern that is perfect for that tapestry? What if the places in your life that feel disjointed are not evidence of a failure, but evidence of a pattern that is making itself known? Just like the weavers, they are gradually creating this pattern. What if that's our life too? What if our life is unfolding in this pattern? The wonderful mystic Howard Thurman says, "We are bound together in a single garment of destiny." We are bound together in a single garment of destiny. Wholeness is not something in our world that we can achieve individually. That's isolationist. Wholeness is something that we awaken to collectively. And we can only awaken to it in relation to others. And so this illusion of separation is what has fractured our world so badly. The remembrance of unity and the feeling of connectedness is what can heal it. Every act of compassion is another thread woven into that design. Another thread making itself known as a perfect pattern. We belong to each other. We belong to this earth. We belong to this world that we are creating together. Now, we don't struggle because our life is fragmented. We struggle because we think it's that way. Our life is actually one of wholeness, of perfection, of unity and harmony. But we look out and we find all the ways that it's not, all the ways that it isn't working well for us. And we do that when we say that some things are sacred and some things are ordinary. Some things are spiritual, some things are practical. Some things are good, some things are bad. Some things are divine, and some things are human. The mystic has learned to collapse all of those differences with an understanding that we are, again, are all whole. We're just individualizations of that one. There is nothing outside of God. Nothing outside of God. There's no place where God is not, as they say. And so again, in the book, Soul Medicine for a Fractured World, Lisa Ranko says this: as we face the collapse of a world built on domination and division, we find strength in our belonging to a wholeness. So when we can get to understand that we are part of that one, that there is no separation between us, when we stop focusing on our differences and start embracing our commonalities, we can begin to heal this world that we're living in. Right now, we are going through a struggle where people who have been dominating the world are feeling that they're losing control of that. And so things are happening in our world that we don't like to see. Things like war, or poverty, crazy decisions from the Supreme Court. I'm just saying. Because people that have been in the dominant party, dominant way of being, are rebelling against that. They're struggling because they can't see the wholeness. All they see is the division. There's us and there's them. And we got to get ours before they get theirs. Look at all of the problems that has caused in our recorded history. You can go back at any time period and see the same thing playing itself over and over and over again. Because we've lost that identity that we are one, that we are all connected together. The path forward to healing our planet, to feeling that wholeness, is one that has to include all aspects of life. It has to include our beautiful planet. It has to include all of the creatures. The furred, the finned, the four-legged, two-legged, all of the different ones that we have out in the world. Our transformation actually happens when we recognize our interconnectedness. When we recognize that what happens to one happens to all. And that when we recognize that healing is not an individual act, but it's a collective responsibility. We heal better when we are together in community. And so what does it mean to live like this? To live as one thread, many presences. Well, it doesn't mean walking around saying it's all good, it's all God. It doesn't mean walking around saying everything is one, and then practicing that idea of looking at differences. It means recognizing that every person, every single thread that's out there, every creation that is out there, every moment, every experience is an expression of the same presence, the same power, the same life. Everything is God. So practically, this means that the person you're struggling with is just an aspect of you you don't know yet. The situation that you're resisting right now is a part of the very same unfolding that you enjoyed 2 weeks ago. The joy you feel, the grief you carry, they are all woven together from the same source. This doesn't erase our differences, but it holds them together within that unity. As I was writing this about this idea of holding everything together in the unity, I was thinking of like an orchestra. And how you can see an orchestra and you can hear an orchestra and you can hear all of, especially if you're musically trained, which I'm not, but you can hear all of the different instruments out there. You can hear the violin. You can hear the trombone. You can hear the bass. But yet when they all come together, they create this beautiful symphony of sound. Not that one individually is bad, but together they become so much more. And so this practice of weaving ourselves together, how do we live from this and not just from an intellectual level, trying to figure it out? Well, we begin by practicing noticing. Just like with our mindfulness practices, we first have to become aware of what's going on around us, what's going on through our consciousness, what we're thinking, and how we're reacting to it. So we notice where we are falling into this idea of us and them, or any kind of separation whatsoever. We notice it when we say things like, this should not be happening. Or this is against me. Or even this one, I'm alone in all of this. And every time we notice it, we begin to gently shift ourselves. Going back to remembering that there's not a spot where God is not. That no matter what the situation is, the presence of the divine is right there. It is active. It is simply waiting our conscious awareness of it. Joel Goldsmith says it, I don't know how many different ways and different times. God is present where it's realized. God is present where it is realized. That doesn't mean it's not present in some place. It just means the realization of it hasn't happened yet. And when God is realized, it has a place to operate. It has a place to fall into our experience of it. So when we're facing a challenging situation, we can ask ourselves, where is the presence at in this situation? Where is the divine active right here and right now? Not why is this happening or how do I fix it, but where is God in this situation? When we were in practitioner classes and ministerial classes, they called this our world work. To look at a situation that we find very uncomfortable and find the presence of God, because it's always there. And so we can constantly ask ourselves, what part of me am I seeing in this situation? What part of me am I not aware of that's operating here? If we are all one, then I'm a part of this too. Now I can tell you there are a lot of times I see things out there and I do not want to consider myself a part of it. Or people that I do not want to consider myself a part of. But if I truly believe we're all one, there's some aspect of me inside of them. Maybe tiny, maybe minuscule, but there's a part of me in there. Always we have that opportunity to look and see where we're at. Because we are that living expression of that one power and presence. We are the place where God shows up. The very place on which we stand is holy ground. No matter where we're standing, no matter what's going on around us, no matter how we're feeling inside of us, God is right there. Nothing about you is outside of this idea of oneness, of unity, of wholeness. Nothing about your life is excluded from it. Nothing about your life is excluded from it, no matter how bad it might feel. And our invitation is not to become something else, but to recognize who we are already. I don't have to strive to become different. I just have to remember who I am. And to soften into that truth in a deeper and deeper way, that this one presence, this one power, has only a place to operate when I recognize it is there and I allow it to show itself forth. But as long as I resist and struggle and look at otherness, that's going to be my experience. One presence, appearing as many, many threads, all woven together. And you, exactly the way you are right now, is part of that tapestry, part of that amazing life. So how do you want to be? You want to be all tangled up? All chaos and confusion? Or would you rather be part of the order and the balance and the harmony and the beauty that is available when we align ourselves with each other and allow ourselves to be woven into that beautiful tapestry of life? When we do this, when we align ourselves with this idea, we begin to trust more, to resist less, to listen deeper, and to respond from a deeper place rather than reacting to the situation around us. we stop trying to control the tapestry and try to make it into the form that we want it to be. We begin to feel like life is less than a problem to solve and more of a harmony to achieve. Our life is constantly unfolding. We have an opportunity to decide how that unfolds for us. Each and every moment, we have an opportunity to remember the place on which I stand is holy ground, for God is there, right with me, all the time. All right, let's take this into prayer. I invite our practitioners to stand and surround us. These beautiful beloveds spend years training them to recognize spiritual truth and to assist you when you have trouble with it, remembering it for yourself. And so I invite you to just simply take in a breath. Allow your shoulders to drop. Feel the chair beneath you supporting you. Knowing that right here and right now, we are all one. Because there is nothing else but this one life, this one power, this one presence, this one creative love intelligence that has brought forth everything into existence, that is living through all of creation, that is showing up perfectly, beautifully, in harmony and balance. I know this one is unconditional love and perfect peace. I know it is the isness and the allness and the fullness of all life. And I know that nothing exists outside of it. And because I know there's only one, I know that I am one with it. That the power and the presence of the divine resides right at the heart of my being. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for each and every one of us. For we are all God individualized, in perfection, in harmony. That divine grace is moving through our lives right here and right now. And so knowing this, I speak my word. I know that right here and right now, each one of us is that perfect and unique manifestation of this creative love intelligence. I know that each one of us is that place where God shows up. And I am amazed at the way it shows up so beautifully, so perfectly. I allow myself to be filled with that sense of oneness and wholeness and unity. And I strive every day to look through those eyes, to see that world outside of me in balance, as that perfect tapestry of woven threads moving into a divine pattern, a beautiful unfoldment of life. I relish these moments because I know that perfection is constantly manifesting itself as the most spectacular lives possible. And so knowing this, I just simply give thanks. I'm so grateful to feel it, to see it, to know it is happening right here and right now. And I release this word into the law, into that creative mind that always says yes. I let it go and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve serve me as I'm letting go. God's revealing I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me as I'm letting go. God's revealing I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me as I'm letting go. God's revealing I am whole.
Thank you. Thank you, practitioners. Oh. Got dizzy there. Okay. So now we have an opportunity to support our community financially. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we receive our funding through your generous donations. And so we have several ways you can give online up here on the screen. Kelly's somewhere in the back ready to help if you need help with that. You can do Zelle, text to give, or we have a button on our website where you can go and donate that way. And of course, we gratefully receive your cash and check donations here today. And so our ushers are coming forward. And let's just do a little blessing. Would you put your hands over your heart? Repeat after me. This gift I give.
This gift I give
Goes forth from me.
goes forth from me.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
And returns to me in kind.
Returns to me in kind.
Pressed down and overflowing.
It's down and overflowing.
And so it is.
Yeah. God is my source.
God is my source. If you'd like to stand, the words are on the screen.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
And so we just acknowledge that we are abundantly supplied constantly, continuously by that divine presence. And we just give thanks for everything we've received here today. And we give thanks for everything that's making its way to us in consciousness. We are abundantly blessed. And so it is. Thank you. Katie. Well, thanks a lot, Katie. You're 2 for 2 for making me cry. My mother's favorite song, and I can still hear my little brother saying, "Sing the Bluebird song, Mama." A few announcements we have. Next Sunday starts our Soulful Giving campaign. This is our 4th year of doing this. We collect socks and hygienic products like soaps and razors and things like that, in conjunction with a nonprofit called Friends in the Desert, which helps the folks that are unhoused in our community. There's some information on the back of the handout that I gave you this morning that has more information about that. But we're collecting new socks, new toiletry items from Mother's Day to Father's Day. You know, most collections happen when it's Christmas time and things like that. And so we decided that we would offset that with a little bit of summer fun, collecting items for the unhoused people in our community. So we'll have a box in the lobby. You're welcome to bring things in. As I said, toiletry items, razors, soaps, deodorants, shampoos, things like that, and socks. Socks apparently are a big thing. They have to have a lot of socks. So I know for me, I want my socks to be good. So there you go. On Tuesday, we have our Walking the Path group. This is a Science of Mind discussion group. They take the reading from the day from the Science of Mind magazine and see where the conversation goes. I think last week we had like 12 people. It was quite a big group. It was wonderful. Our Wednesday night, as you saw in the commercial earlier before service, are In This Together. Wednesday night services are now online only. This month for May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I'm going to do a series of talks on mindfulness for health and well-being. So each one will be a different aspect of mindfulness and how you can apply that in your life to help situations that you're going through. So 7 o'clock on our YouTube channel, and of course you can always watch them later if you can't get to it right at 7 o'clock. On Saturday the 16th is the Zentangle workshop. As I talked about in the talk here, I do this wonderful meditative art process called Zentangles. If you've never experienced it, it's phenomenal. It's taken me in 10 years from not being able to say I was an artist to actually having art shows. And so it's a wonderful experience to get together and use creativity as a mindfulness practice. Many of you remember our longtime member, Theo Burns. She passed away in February, I believe, and we're having her celebration of life here on Saturday, May 16th at 4 p.m. Her friends have gathered this together, so it'll be a beautiful experience, but they wanted me to open it up to the community for any of you that remember Theo. So you're welcome to come, as I said, 4 o'clock on Saturday the 16th. And finally, we have a moment of prayer available in our prayer room. It's right outside of this door. Debbie will be standing at the door there to direct you to one of our practitioners who are available to give you an individualized spiritual mind treatment. Don't be afraid of it. It's really good. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to walk in there. They're really sweet people, too, you know, honestly. All right, would you stand, please? And if you're so inclined, grab somebody's hand. I love it when they go across the aisle that way. It's all like all one. We're all woven together here. Good. Would you repeat after me? There is only one life. There is only one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is my life now.
Life now.
Have a beautiful and blessed week. Enjoy the sunshine.